Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and the IMSA Sportscar Series here on iRacing. Andrew Woodhouse with Samuli Kumo, and we are at the Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. It's going to be warm out there for the drivers, Sam, and this is a very tricky circuit. We were talking about it off air. The home of the United States Grand Prix. It's a very unusual, unconventional layout, and 45 minutes around here is not for the faint of heart. Then it goes into a lot of tight corners, hairpins, double apex corners, switchbacks, a long right-hander, and a couple more tight corners leading onto the start-finish straight. So I think we're going to see some good racing. That's one thing it's always been, COTA, since it's come in. The racing around here has been fantastic. We're just going to go over the standings for you in just a second. So the Daytona prototypes then, Dirk Reinhardt leads the way with 1,361 points. This is week 8 of 12, by the way. Simon Grossman is in second, Joseph Burton-Harris third, Dragon Nikic fourth, and Davis Braun in fifth. Going into the GT3s, the German GT3s, Massimo Carbagnani is leading the way by 56 points over Marco Gabriele Nessi, and Luigi Nespolino is third, Mika Lerchi in fourth, and Jorge Blasco Valls is fifth, only 1 point ahead of sixth place Marco Testani. Going into the Porsche 911 as well, Michele Ricci leads by 11 points over Marcel Fassbender, with Ray Galloway in third, fourth Manuel Sanchez, and Matthias Schoger in fifth. Still pretty highly contested, Sam, even as we go through the mid part of this season. Nobody really running away with it.
No, we've seen that the fields have been pretty even. We've had good amount of drivers from all of the classes. I think maybe the highest competition has been so far in the Daytona prototypes and German GT3s. There's maybe we've so far getting used to Marcel Fassbender dominating with the Porsches.
Yeah, and he's been very, very good, hasn't he, all the way through the season, the last couple of seasons, in fact, on Apex Racing TV, in the IMSA Sportscar Series. We'll take you through the grid then. The pace car is going to be doing about half a lap.
Yeah, half a lap, a little bit less than that.
Just near the end of the long back straight, which is over 1 kilometre long. Right, Simon Grossman is on pole position, and he's taken that by 0.4 of a second, really laying down a marker to his teammate Dirk Reinhardt. Joseph Burton-Harris is in third, Diego Catalan fourth, Sam Fitzpatrick in fifth, sixth is Dragon Nikic, seventh Marco Archidiacono, Brandt Estes is in eighth, Danilo Piazza in ninth, and then comes the first of the German GT3s, Massimo Carbagnani in 10th. Cohen Klopman is 11th, Chris Pence in the Daytona prototype is 12th, 13th is Marco Gabriele Nessi, 14th Luigi Nespolino, Fabrice Cornelis 15th, 16th Matthias Magnussen, 17th Lando Norris, 18th Edward Corey, Juha Pekalami in 19th, Carsten Huth in 20th. And then going into the Porsche 911s, Marcel Fassbender is in 21st place, Matthias Schoger is 22nd, Michele Ricci 23rd, 24th Rico Shemish, Johnny Brandon is in 25th, Gianni Vecchio in 26th, Manuel Sanchez 27th, Michael Villa in 28th, Angelo Pulgar in 29th, Kimmo Kihlström in 30th, Carl Janssen in 31st, Patrick Kobinji in 32nd, Ben Hamlet 33rd, and Christian Mikkel is 34th.
Thank you, and if we keep mispronouncing any of the names, please let us know. We're just doing our best guesses here.
Yep, that's the only. Yeah, this is the only way that we'll find out, is if you tell us. So don't hesitate to let us know if we've made a balls up of you on it. Right. Okay then. Coming through then the final sector here at COTA. A couple of corners to go. The pit entry is just on the right of your screen. Base car's going to be in any second now. And Simon Grossman's going to choose when he's going to go. Going to come around the last corner first, or is he going to hit it now? Oh no, he doesn't. Nearly gets run into there by Burton Harris. Here we go. Green flag flies here at Circuit of the Americas. Round 8 of the iRacing IMSA Sportscar Series is underway. Up this very, very steep hill. To turn 1, oh, it's a crash. And that is... I think that's Brant Estes. Is that Piazza as well? I'm not sure. Who was the other one? I'm not sure who the other one was. It was a yellow car. It was Nikic, I think. German GT3's coming through. There's a spinner there as well. That is an Audi.
Edward Core.
And it is Core, yes.
Yes.
Porsches are all okay.
Yeah, has also been another incident with Carson Hugh, who had already had to go to the pits, unless he stopped him from this.
Who's starting from the pit lane. Probably thought there was going to be a little bit more chaos there than there actually was. Simon Grossman leads through the first sector, now onto this very, very long back straight here, over a kilometre, and this is where the slipstream is going to come into play. Of course, Dirk Reinhardt following in his footsteps, and it's a very tight braking area towards the end of this straight. Hard on the brakes then. Not as tight a corner, Sam, as what you think, but it is it's more than 90 degrees.
Yeah, but it's also a good place to make a pass and plenty of room there. Teammates this time around, Grossman and Reinhardt, still playing nice, but we'll see what happens as the race goes on.
Yeah, for now at least. But we'll see if he can stick with him. Grossman was very, very fast in qualifying. Joseph Burton Harris hasn't been able to stay with the two in front. I'm not really surprised about that, given the difference in the qualifying times through that very good long right-hander. There's a few drivers going off in the middle of the track as well. Actually, Akono's been off the circuit, and as has Diego Catalan, but they've continued.
And Dragan Nikic comes to pits.
Nikic in then.
Yeah, he has badly damaged car. Must have been from that turn 1 incident, I think.
Yeah, he was around, wasn't he? He carried on, but probably not going to go a great deal further, at least at the front of this race. Nikic was 8. He started to come into the pits. I would imagine he's probably got a meatball. Brant Estes will be very lucky if he hasn't got one as well. Chris Pence has got some damage in the number 23 Chevrolet Daytona prototype. German GT3 then. Carbognani ahead of Klockmann. Then it's Nessi. Nespolino in the Mercedes in 4th position. So 3 of those Italian Mercedes. And then the Audi.
Yeah, good.
The Audi of Klockmann.
Good little back of 4 here. They've been able to just pull a slight gap over Lando Norris, but at least so far no one has been able to really run away with it.
Had a good start. Lando is up to 15th place, 5th in class. Fabrice Cornelis is chasing him down in the other Audi. Then behind them it's Ben Hamlet, Matthias Magnussen, Christian Mikler, and Edward Core, who was around in the first corner. Look at the Porsches. The Porsches are very close. There's some GT3s in with them as well. Juha Pekka Lami's in there. He's having to make his way through. Lamy in the Audi, and there's a Daytona prototype as well. That's Nikic, who's been in the pits. Coming in, he's repaired that damage, back on his merry way.
Yeah, Lamy is down 2 positions from the start, so he must have had an issue.
Yeah, we didn't see it on the screen, but Lamy started in 19th place, so not going that well for him. Fastest lap of the race by Simon Grossman, 155.508. That is half a second quicker than Dirk Reinhardt. So Grossman, as he has been in a few of the races this season, seems like he's a class above the rest of the field. Reinhardt's finding it very difficult to close on him. It's the fastest section this. There is a lot of runoff area, but those little yellow sausage curbs mean that the drivers cannot take liberties with the track limits.
Yeah, and I think as the race goes on, the dirt off the line will be an issue, I think. And it will be hard to hit the racing line, especially through those blind corners.
Yeah, it's a tricky section, that, and see how it plays out. be a lot of marbles as well from some of these sections. Down the main straight they go again. Grossman with quite a big lead. Let's have a look and see if there's going to be any overtaking in the Daytona prototypes. It doesn't really look like there is down this straight this time. There's a car locking up quite wildly in the background. Dan Fitzpatrick closing in on Joseph Burton Harris, but they're sort of... In fact, he's kind of maintaining the pace, isn't he? He was sort of there anyway. Diego Catalan in 5th place, just behind Fitzpatrick. And there's a good battle going on actually between Danilo Piazza and Marco Accidiacono. So
yeah,
I wonder if we can get...
It's, that and also Fitzpatrick and Catalan. Those are the two battle packs going on right now in the Daytona prototypes.
Yeah, and it's all spread out just a little bit, hasn't it? Now then, in German GT3 we've got a good battle on here. Ben Hamlet, Matthias Magnussen and Christian Micklet. 2 Audis and a Mercedes. Lots of different lines can be had here, and you saw that Micklet was struggling to get it slowed down, almost ran into the back of the man in front. Matthias Magnussen could be moving to turn 1 here, Sam, if he gets a good drive off the final corner.
Yeah, also behind them is Dragan Nikic recovering
Here we go.
The incident.
Here we go. It was a bad exit by Hamlet. Really, really bad exit. Must be a chance for Magnussen. Hamlet defends the inside. It's quite a late move, but okay. Oh, and he's going to try and get the cutback is the number 32, Magnussen, but there's going to be a Daytona prototype in his way. That's what he didn't want. Thought he went far too deep though, trying to get the cutback. Almost side by side. In this very, very fast sweeping section. Turns 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Oh, and there's contact. Hear it. Was that between Matthias Magnussen and Micklet? Oh, Micklet missed his braking point just into the back of Magnussen. It didn't affect him at all. Very, very close.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Magnussen has any damage. Neither Micklet.
Good battle going on in the Porsche between Patrick Kubinji of the DH Club and Carl Janssen. Weed.
Yeah, Carl did quite well last night at the Immediate Supercars.
Yeah, he really did. And that was a bit messy from both of them, wasn't it? Defended the inside line quite hard, did Kubinji, and Janssen but a little bit wide as he tried to combat him. Dirk Reinhardt slightly quicker than Simon Grossman on the previous lap. He's got the gap down to 2.2 seconds. Carbagnani's been off, and so has Klopman, and so has Nespolino. And is that just taking a wide line through the second to last corner? I think it will be.
Taking a look at the replay.
Hamlet and Micklet exchanging positions. Look at this with Magnussen. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Very, very close into the hairpin. Micklet going up the inside. Trying it at least. Magnussen's going to get boxed in here if he's not careful. For 32, and he has. Micklet around the outside. That's one position gain for him. That was a great battle going into turn 1.
Micklet has looked like he's the fastest out of these three, especially on the corner entry.
He looks a tiny bit erratic under braking, does Micklet, but you see the Audi of Hamlet is just sliding around quite a lot, and that's the Mercedes definitely looking more stable at the minute. Fires it out of that corner, downhill through the kink. Might have a go on the inside here. It really does open up. A little surprised he didn't make a move, but I think that's just saving it for this long straight.
Yeah,
Can we go on board? We'll go.
Yeah, let's go on board.
go on board with Mikler and just see how much he closes down here. Just starting to really pick up the slipstream, closing. Not quite close enough, but you're right. Look at that. Look how much he closes under braking. Closes more under braking than he did in the slipstream.
Yeah, now he just needs to maintain that gap and go for it in the third one.
Easier said than done through this section, I suppose, though. Oh, he thought about trying to surprise him. Oh, I think he cut the course there, didn't Mikler? I think he'd be lucky to get away without a slowdown through this long right-hander. Very difficult to pick the right line, I think, through there. This is a good corner, but it's tricky. You always can think you can go faster through there than you actually can. Now this is the one that you were talking about. Really nail it out of here. You've got an opportunity. It's a good exit, but it's not quite good enough. The Audi pulls away slightly.
Yeah, it was a good exit for Hamlet.
We'll see what he can do. Does the Mercedes pull out from... Oh, he does! Oh no, there we go!
No, that's not working.
Oh, too ambitious from Mikler, and Magnussen says thank you very much, gentlemen. Merry Christmas to me, I will take that. And that is a bit of over-ambition from Mikler. And I don't think there was really anything wrong with what he was going for, but he never really seemed to move to the inside, did he?
No, and he was way closer.
Oh, and Hamlet's just done Magnussen.
Oh, really?
Hamlet just did Magnussen up the inside in the S's section. So he just caught Magnussen napping there. And after he gained 2 places, he's then lost another one. Mikler surely is going to try at the inside into this hairpin here, and he doesn't. They've got now Edward Core, who's making his recovery. That green Audi behind them. Great battle in German GT3, it really is. Are we about to get one as well in the Daytona prototypes? Because Joseph Burton Harris, he's about 8.5 seconds off the lead, but he's got Sam Fitzpatrick and Diego Catalan just behind him.
Both Fitzpatrick and Catalan were faster than Burton Harris on the last lap. So I think we might get a good battle for the third place at least.
Yeah, there's about a second between each of them. So yeah, we'll see what can be done there. At the front of the German GT3s, meanwhile, Massimo Carbagnani's got a 1 second lead over Colin Klopman. And then it's Marco Nessi. Lando Norris has just got past Luigi Nespolino, so we haven't seen that on the screen, I don't think. But it was a good move into turn 1. Very late move, and to be honest, Sam, if you're going to make a move into turn 1, that's how to do it. You go right to the inside, and yeah, it was nice. He blocked off the apex well, did Norris.
Yeah, I just saw it on the screen as well. Very good move, very clean, and just didn't leave Luigi any kind of way to defend from that.
You see the difference between that and the move of Mikler was Norris had absolutely zero locking, so he was able to just coax the car into the corner, whereas Mikler sort of tried to throw it into the corner, and it didn't really work. He just kind of went straight on and into Hamlet. So yeah, interesting one. Oh, and Core and Magnussen now, they were close together as well, and that was a bit earlier on in the lap. They were fighting hard over 20th place.
Again, Mikler is close. Just staying here and seeing if he's going to make a move.
Got a good exit, didn't he? Let's see if he tries again on Hamlet. No, he doesn't. Doesn't like that as an overtaking place. Possibly into this next section here, and Hamlet having to go defensive. This gives Mikler a big advantage, and look at that, he's going to sneak up the inside. He's got the shortest route. It does become the outside then for this next one. Is he going to cut back? He tries, he fails, and he hits him again. And that's twice now, and that's disqualification for Hamlet. And that's all the doing of Christian Mikler, unfortunately. It's just clumsy, a couple of clumsy efforts, really.
Yeah, that was just clumsy. I'm not sure why he just didn't try make a move in that turn 12. That's where he has been closest for the past few laps. But
he was, I mean, I could see what he was going for. Don't get me wrong. I've tried that move a few times myself, but it seems like when he's tried to go up the inside, he's just kind of locked up and just gone straight on. He hasn't really kept going, kept turning the car.
So all that speed was
very odd.
Edward Gore to move ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Core's thinking, well, this is great. I'm managing to recover well from earlier on after the crash that he sustained at the first corner. Got Johnny Brandon in the pits. He was running second overall in the Porsche. We've lost Marcel Fassbender a few laps ago as well. I didn't see that on the screen either.
Yeah, he's been almost over 10 minutes in the pits. So let's see if we can find what happened.
Well, let's see it.
Looking.
This might have been part of the reason why the field got so spread out in the Porsche 911.
It must have been on lap 1 already, because it's showing that he pitted on lap 1.
Oh, he had a collision with Michele Ricci and he ended up flipping over.
Ah, that explains.
He ended up flipping over and that's knackered the car, and I think that's him done. Sometimes you can get a little bit lucky if the car rolls over, but not in this case.
Yeah, might have found it. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit further back, let's see. So they were coming to the turn 12. And just got turned around.
Oh. Matthias Schoger has inherited the lead of the Porsche 911s, and he has he nearly chopped the nose off a Daytona prototype, but he's got a very, very fast Michele Ricci behind him, and Gianni Vecchio is not far behind either.
Yeah, behind them is Carl Jansson, who is slightly falling behind, and it seems like he dealt with some damage.
As you mentioned earlier, we saw Carl Janssen in the European V8 Supercars at Sonoma last night and did a very good job. A couple of top fives. Well, he's on for a top 5 at the moment.
Yep, and looking good so far. He's
side by side now.
Yeah, where?
Schoger and Ricci, sorry Sam, side by side. Matthias Schoger having to defend hard from Michele Ricci then. In this first sector, going through turn 3 and then 4, 5. Where I keep shutting these things off and they keep coming back on. As around this final sector, down this kink.
Oh, and there comes 2 DPs.
This could be trouble.
Contact
it
with
is.
Vecchio.
We thought that there was trouble coming, and so there was. Gianni Vecchio around, and who was that Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, I was trying to find who it was.
It was Fitzpatrick. Oh dear. Again, just he was having to try and get through quickly with Sam, but it's not again, you need a bit of patience here, and didn't have it that time.
Yeah, they had a good battle going on in that DP, so maybe he just a little bit too impatient there.
Have a look at the state of play then in German GT3. It's Massimo Carbagnani leading, Italian, ahead of Cohen Kloppmann. Then it's Lando Norris. Then it's Marco Gabrielinessi and Luigi Nespolino, the 2 Mercedes. So it's Mercedes, Audi, Mercedes and Mercedes in the top 5. No BMWs here or anything like that, but not really a track for the BMW, this is it, with all these long straights.
Yeah, not surprising. Also, we are seeing Fitzpatrick coming to the pits. Most likely the car was just too damaged.
Not surprising. No, definitely not. Poor old Fitzpatrick. Not going his way. He's going the way of Simon Grossman at the minute, though. 5.6 seconds is his advantage. And a good one it is as well here in the heart of Texas.
Yeah, pretty good gap for Reinhardt as well. Over 5 seconds over Burton Harris.
On with the United States Grand Prix Circuit of the Americas. You join us here on Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live, the iRacing IMSA Sportscar Series, and we're very pleased to be bringing it to you on this Sunday evening. Drew Woodhouse and Smoothie Kumo bringing you all the action here from this this great circuit. Yeah, we've seen some action, haven't we? We've seen good battling, we've seen some crashes, we've seen a bit of everything, and we're only halfway through.
Yeah, I think part of it might be that it's not a track that maybe a lot of the drivers have a huge amount of experience in. So we see these kind of mistakes and maybe incidents happening because there's no like experience on it.
We've lost Marco Archidiacono, so I think he's had a problem. Oh, he just disappeared, I think. Oh no, he's back.
So just connection issues.
No, it was, and then it looks like he picked up some damage somewhere around the track. Let me just check what that was. He was running in 7th place, and see something happening with these. Oh no, the lap traffic. Nothing happened there. I think he just came in. He may have just come into the pits for damage, did he? Yeah, he just pitted for damage and didn't come out of the pits. So Marco Archidiacono out. A half spin for someone at turn 11, I think. Is that turn 11, the one before the main straight?
Turn 11 is the that leads to the back straight.
Yeah, so somebody had one of the Daytona prototypes had a bit of a spin, a half spin coming out of there. The white car, I'm not sure who that was. Might have been Burton Harris.
I cannot see it here as well, here either.
We lost Estes? Oh no.
No, he's there. Just the way
Still
down.
there.
Currently 14th overall.
Okay, Grossman from Reinhardt, 5 seconds, then 6 seconds back to Burton Harris, then Catalan, Piazza, Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is. I think Fitzpatrick might be properly out of the race. Actually, you saw him come to the pits, but I think it might have been too much damage. It might be over for him.
Yeah, he's not on the track anymore.
The big hit that he took. Very big hit.
Yeah.
Matthias Schoger is now.
Yeah,
sorry,
Fassbender still on the pits, so this is trying to get the car running, but there's only 20 minutes left, so we'll see what happens.
Well, he might be able to get some positions back, he might be able to get some extra points, but looking unlikely for him. It could be a drop round for him.
Pit stops are stopping in the Daytona prototypes. Dirk Reinhardt just coming in for his pit stop.
Alright then, so the first really important pit stop of the race, taken by the number 7 car, that of Dirk Reinhardt. Qualified second, he's been running second throughout this event, and well, we'll see what he can do. The conditions out there, Sam, 25 degrees air temperature, 30 degrees track temperature, so hopefully the fuel calculations are going to be just about spot on for these guys.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a major issue with the fuel in this series, unlike in the V8s we've been broadcasting.
We did see a few last season, I must admit. Diandra running out at Road America is the one that I remember the most. But we'll see. Hopefully nobody has any fuel issues.
Yeah, well, Reinhardt had 11.5 second pit stop, which is quite fast, and now he's in the traffic as well.
Yeah, he very nearly ran into the back of the Audi of Matthias Magnussen. Do not want to run into the back of lap traffic. Definitely not. Have a look at the German GT3s just quickly. As Massimo Calvignani leads by 1.2 seconds over Colin Klopman. Lando Norris just closing in on them a little bit as well. P3 for the McLaren junior driver. And had a good race up from 17th on the grid. Didn't qualify particularly well.
And behind him is a good battle for the 4th place.
But that's a switch, I think, mate.
Yeah, I think saw it.
I think that's just a bit of team orders there. That's Nessie going. That's Nespolino, sorry, going past Nessie. So Nessie's struggling out there, and allowing his teammate to go off after the front 3, which is not necessarily a bad strategy at this point. Still got enough time to make a difference in this race. Although Nespolino making a right mess of the first sector, hitting every single sausage curve imaginable. And yeah, slowing him and his teammate down, not what they want.
I'm surprised that he didn't get the slowdown penalty as well, because he cut that inside turn quite a lot.
I'm surprised he didn't break the suspension. As Grossman comes out of the pits, had his stop to get out ahead of Reinhardt. He does. Reinhardt's only halfway down the pitch straight, so Simon Grossman maintains his lead.
Yeah, 11.5 second pit stop for him.
Big relief for him. Good stop there. 42 seconds in the pits.
And
11 stationary.
Even better stop for Barton Harris at 8.8 seconds.
Yep, and a total, so that was 1.6 seconds quicker than 2 cars in front of him for Burton Harris. Hopefully, like I said, they put enough juice in it.
Yeah, I think that might have been second time Burton Harris visited the pits, so maybe he didn't need as much.
Yeah, maybe not. It was a tiny bit later as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, than Reinhardt's one. Reinhardt pitted on lap 13.
So far, the only Daytona prototype that hasn't pitted is Chris Pence, and he is still carrying on. But if he's been just saving fuel or just driving a little bit slower, he should be able to make it.
Pence's lap times have not been particularly good, I have to say.
No, there is damage to his car. The front left is a bit crumpled there.
Yeah, and not, yeah, just not quite. Just looking at the times actually on here, and yeah, just nearly 9 seconds slower in qualifying. I think that's pretty much what it is in the race as well. So, but finishing the race is important, and you know, that's where the championship points come from. Hopefully, he can do that. Pence in 6th place, and on the face of it, Sam, it's a good performance from him, because he's gained quite a lot from this.
Yeah, he's still running, and currently he just needs to be on a lookout, because his last lap was almost 3 seconds slower than the leading GT3.
Yeah, and that's the point actually, because the GT3s are actually catching him there. So we'll see if that can see if they can do anything about him there. None of the GT3s have been in the pits yet. Don't know if they will actually. It's getting towards the point where it's quite late on in the stint.
But
oh, sorry, we have.
Yeah, those might have been because of damage.
We do have a new timing screen here in the commentary box. So that's just me not reading the screen properly. Sorry about that. So yeah, we do have Nessie has been in, Core has been in, Magnussen, Lamy, and Huth has been in twice. But I think one of those counts as the first lap. And a personal best lap going in by Rico Zemic, and he's trying to chase down Matthias Schoger, but he's quite a way away from him at the moment. Gap between those two is 12 seconds. Schoger going along pretty well, I must say.
Yeah, currently going real well for him. Let's see, where do we have battles going on? Well, Edward Core and Matthias Magnussen.
Oh, there you go. That's very close. And they've got traffic as well, which might just mean that Magnussen has to settle for now. Oh, that's not what Core needed at all, is it?
No, it really compromised his exit.
Number 21, that's Danilo Piazza, getting in a little bit of the way, and Magnussen looks good at the start of these stints on the new tyres, but he looks like he's dropped off a bit as the rubber got a bit older. This is definitely the closest battle on the circuit, though. Klopman and Norris are quite close together as well. That's 2 and P3.
And I think they just completed their pit stops. And
yeah, you're right. And Norris lost a second and a half in the pits, so that's put him behind Klopman.
Yeah, just looking at it, all the G3s have now completed their pit stops. So it was around 13 or 14 laps that they were able to make it.
Mentioned Chris Pence as well. He's just been in the pits. He was 59 seconds in pit road, so that was a long one for him. And yeah, that's compared to the fastest pit stop time we've had, which is 40.5, and that was Burton Harris. That was total pit road time, by the way, not stationary time.
Yes, his service time was 24 seconds. And looking at the car, he did some repairs to it. So hopefully he will be up to speed.
I'm just watching Brandt Estes in 11th place, just getting all kinds of sideways through the middle part of the lap here. Daytona prototype is looking lively. Another battle out on the circuit. Yeah, it's got to be Carbagnani, Norris and Klopman, hasn't it? They're very, very close, really. Ah, Norris has got ahead of Klopman again. And look at Klopman's rear wing.
On my screen it looks fine.
Oh, mine's got like, it's half bent down at the back. So I don't know whether he's had an issue or not, the number 1 car, but gonna have to chase down the fellow Audi of Lando Norris and the Mercedes of Massimo Carbagnani, who's driven beautifully so far. About to have a bit of a test.
Yeah, we can take a look at their speeds towards main straight and see if there's an issue with the downforce or aerodynamic drag.
Doesn't seem like it.
No, it seems just fine.
Seems slightly quicker on the straight, actually, did the Audi than the Mercedes that time. I think that's a bit of a general statement as well. I think the Audi is a tiny bit quicker, but the Mercedes slightly better in the corners.
Yeah, I did notice that Lando has a little bit of damage to the front end, so they might have had some contact with Klopman.
Oh, and oh dear me, he's nearly having contact with Dirk Reinhardt there as well, and that was very close.
Lando spun.
He's around.
Yeah.
I didn't see that because I was watching Reinhardt, but Lando Norris pushing hard, maybe a little bit too hard. We'll see what happened there. Oh, just let the back end get out from under him, and there's no saving that really. Got it back round onto the circuit pretty quickly, I must say.
Yeah, no
still ahead of Luigi Nespolino.
Yeah, he was just following very closely, and maybe he just got unsided.
Quite slow at the moment now. He's got back going as well. I wonder if he's just got. I imagine he's got a heck of a lot of dirt on the tyres.
And he might have also received a slowdown, depending on how he spun, because it wasn't the inside of the corner.
That's a point. That is a very good point as well. Got 2 Italians behind him as well now, which is Nespolino and Nessi. That is for 11th and 12th. Oh, and a spin.
Oh, Fabrice Cornelis. Let's see what happened there.
Flashing the lights as if to say, yep, I spun. As you can see.
I think he might have received a little bit of help from the DP.
Oh, not again. Was it him that got hit before as well? Have a little look.
Yeah, not sure.
Oh no, and that is number 21, Danilo Piazza. Whack! Right into the back of the Audi. Whacking day here at the Circuit of the Americas, and Fabrice Cornelis is the victim this time.
Yeah, looking back at the Porsches, about half of them have pitted, and very short pit stop as we were expecting.
There's a good one going on here between Janssen, Villa and Polgar. Very good one in prospect. Janssen with a bit of damage on his number 12 car. then Villa in the 29 and Pulgar in the 27.
Yeah, fortunately it looks like the Porsche is very durable and like a little bit of rear damage won't hurt him too much.
Well, Pulgar and Villa were from United States and Janssen of Sweden, as we mentioned earlier, and Janssen looks like he's pulling away now, so I wonder if there was just a bit of a temporary issue. Somebody who's having a really good race actually, who didn't have a very good qualifying, is Kimmo Kihlström, who started in 30th and he's worked his way up to 23rd. Pretty good.
Oh, we seem to have lost Norris.
What happened there?
That might be disqualification, I think.
Let's have a little look then. What's happened to Norris? Went off in the middle. Oh, he lost it coming through the first sector. And disqualified. Yeah. So Lando Norris out. And that puts Luigi Nespolino to 3rd. He'll be very happy with that. And the funny thing is, Sam, since Nessie moved over for Nespolino can't escape him at all.
Yeah, I was looking at their fast lap times and Nessie, his fast lap is about 4 tenths faster than Nespolino's. And that is quite a difference.
And the qualifying time was quicker as well, by a quarter of a second. So it seems like maybe it was an ill-advised piece of team orders.
Yeah, I didn't see when they were pitting, so maybe they were kind of just preparing for the pit stops.
Yeah, that's possible, isn't it, as well? And we still await the fuel and see whether everybody's got that one right. But yeah, Nespolino now he's in front, just doesn't seem to be driving massively well, and Nessie is. So we'll see what happens there. Magnussen's got ahead of Edward Corey again. So those two keep changing places. You've got Mikla just behind them as well, so it's Mikla won't go away from this battle either.
Yeah,
he's definitely quicker. He's definitely faster, isn't he, Mikla? But he just keeps driving into people.
Yeah, but well, maybe just grow some patience. We have still 7.5 minutes left. There's enough time to make moves.
We've already seen a couple of drivers get disqualified.
Yeah, that too. Cora's last lap was very slow.
You've got to say as well, you've got to think that Mikla might be one crash away from getting disqualified himself, so he doesn't really want to be... if he gets involved in this battle, it needs to be with a little bit more care than last time, definitely.
Yeah, and great care was taken here, and Porsches with Pulgar and Chemish just avoided any kind of incident in turn 1. And here they are battling for the 5th place.
Because Chemish was in 2nd place at the start of the lap. Has he made a mistake on this lap?
He made a pit stop. He just came out of the pits.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong car. No wonder. Yeah. Okay.
But that's was
fine.
His 2nd pit stop, so I'm not sure if he had
received some damage. Chemish going up the inside and hitting Pulgar.
Oh, that was less care this time.
That was a bit rubbish, I must admit. Vera's in the middle of this as well. And they've got traffic as well, which isn't helping. Vera's trying to get the slipstream on Pulgar. Chemish is now going up, trying to go up the... No, not again. Trying to go up the inside. Very late move there. And it was quite good. He got it done. But, oh, man, that was... He's lucky that Villa was alert, because that could have been the end of his race.
Yeah, I don't think Villa was too pleased with that.
No, and I think
he's flashing slide.
Gonna try and get back. This is where Alex Simpson's suggestion of we need a button to raise the middle finger, as it were. Yeah, that's where it would come in very handy for Michael Villa at the moment.
Yeah, I think the drivers are substituting it with the flashing lights. And
Veer's actually in the pits, so I don't really know why he's in the pits, but he is.
That is his first pit stop.
Oh, is it? Right, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense then. Not on my list anymore, that's weird. Very, very strange. Veer's disappeared completely from my list.
Well, hopefully he reappears when he comes to the track.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just completely gone. He's definitely still in the race. He's just come out of the pits and yeah, back in the action.
Oh, and good news, Fassbender is on the track.
Ah, good. For the car
a
though.
little bit of damage.
Yeah, let's have a little look. He rolled over. He didn't look like he got a heck of a lot of damage, but it could have been suspension or it could have been something. Let's have a look at the car. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not the worst one I've ever seen.
No, I think it might be his out lap because his previous lap is only at 37 minutes.
That was how long it took. So that was definitely how long it took. We've only got 2 or 3 minutes to go, mate. It's gone by really, really quickly. Is this one?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think Fassbender has time to make any laps to gain any best positions, but it's still a good practice.
It'll help the safety rating as well. Let's face it, getting at least a couple of laps worth of running in is better than none. Is there anything out there that's close? It's still Nespolino and Nessie are close together. Kor and Mikla. Mikla's got it down to within a second actually of Kor.
Yeah, also we got this battle for fifth place in courses between Bulgar and Shemesh.
Oh, they're still going, are they?
Yeah,
Bulgar and Shemesh. 4/10 was the gap then. Shemesh. Oh, Shemesh has got a good run through there. Bulgar a little bit wide, he missed the apex slightly. Oh, that's going defensive when you don't need to, really. Going very defensive for Polgar. Shemesh didn't get the best line through the hairpin. And with only maybe one or two laps left, isn't it, really?
Yeah, let's see where Grossman is. He is about halfway through the laps, so I think we will get 2 laps.
2 laps. Here we go then, Polgar versus Shemesh for 23rd and 24th, and in the category, still this is for a top 5. It is important to these drivers, and Polgar, what can he do to stay in front then? Doesn't go defensive here, and that's maybe where I thought it might be useful, as the Daytona prototype has to take to the inside, but I don't think that was a particularly clever move anyway. See what and Shemesh now just doesn't have a good run down the straight.
No, and he got DP on the inside, so he's not able to make move here.
That's number 21, Danilo Piazza. Oh, there's one going on behind them as well, with Kubinji and Sanchez. Sanchez was all sorts of out of shape in that last corner though. But it's this one, Polgar and Shemesh, I think that we need to look at.
Let's see if this time around Polgar, how he does the final corner. Last time he went way too deep in it and compromised his exit speed.
Oh, he locked up again there. Shemesh is quick through these final 2 corners. We'll see if he manages it this time. It was much better from Polgar. That was very good that time, that final corner. It was excellent. He shouldn't have to defend at all here. He really shouldn't, at least, anyway. Yeah, and he doesn't. That's good.
Yeah, the thing with this Porsche is that the fuel tank is at the front, so as the race goes on, the front end gets lighter, and you tend to start blocking up the front more unless you move the brake bias backwards.
we saw people looking at the fronts furiously at the start of the race as well, didn't we? And that was just slightly bad overtaking, really. And but yeah, it's a good car to drive. It's one that, as the race goes on, has become a little bit more difficult. Grossman, not been difficult for him at all, has it? He's started on pole position, kept the lead. That was the difficult part. It was always going to be. And through the final sector, then I would imagine he's going to take the checker.
White flag. Yeah, white flag. So this will be the final flag.
Here we go then. 2 more corners, and round 8 of the iRacing IMSA Sportscar Series goes to Simon Grossman. Well done to him. Where's the next winner going to come from? It's going to be Michele Ricci in the Porsche 911. Currently 3.7 seconds
But
ahead
is
of
Reinhardt coming to take the second place overall as well. 20
Okay.
seconds behind the leader.
Over the line, Dirk Reinhardt's in a good race for him. P2, beaten pretty comprehensively by his teammate, but I think he'll still take second place. He was leading the championship, of course, Reinhardt. And here comes Michele Ricci over the line. He takes victory for the 911s. He'll be very, very happy with that. And then Carbagnani round the final sector. He comes. Been a closely fought category, this, to fight off Lando Norris and Colin Klopman, but Massimo Carbagnani in the Mercedes made absolutely no mistakes, and he will take the final class victory of the day. He wins the German GT3s.
Let's see, do we have any final battles going on? Edward Core and Mikle.
Oh, they still at it.
Close.
Let's have a look then. Core, Mikle. Oh, Mikle. You wouldn't put it past Mikle to have a dive into the final corner, would you? Because it's just about open enough. Really going for it. You think he's going to think about it? Is he? No, he's not. That's probably smart, given it the earlier shenanigans. Core takes 14th, and Mikle in 15th. I think that is pretty much everybody over. Just Estes, Brand Estes coming across, and he takes P6 in the end. He got Chris Pence a couple of laps from the end. So yeah, well done to everybody who finished the race. Nearly all the field. We only had 6 retirements. I'm going to take you through the finishing order now. Simon Grossman takes another win by 20 seconds domination here at COTA. For the Daytona Prototype winner, Dirk Reinhardt in second place, Joseph Burton Harris in third, fourth Diego Catalan, fifth Danilo Piazza, Brant Estes in sixth. Massimo Carbagnani, the winner of the German GT3s, as we get some donuts from Grossman. Very nice indeed, sir. Colin Klopman in P8 and second overall. Chris Pence finished 9th ahead of Luigi Nespolino, with Marco Gabriele Nessi and Fabrice Cornelis rounding out the top 5 in the German GT3s. Matthias Magnussen in 6th, Edward Core 7th, Christian Mikle 8th, Juha-Pekka Lamy 9th, Sam Fitzpatrick in 17th overall after a crash or two, and Carsten Huth in 18th place. Michele Ricci won the Porsche 911s, taking 19th overall. He beat Matthias Schoger to the finish. Johnny Brandon was in 3rd, Carl Janssen 4th, Rico Schemisch in 5th, Patrick Kubinji in 6th, Manuel Sanchez 7th, Michael Villa 8th, Kimo Kihlstrom in 9th, Angelo Pulgar in 10th overall, 28th position. And then the retirements: Lando Norris disqualified, Marco Arcidiacono retired, Gianni Vecchio out, Dragan Nikic sustained damage at the start, never fully recovered, Ben Hamlet disqualified, and Marcel Fassbender had a lot of damage, was in the pits for over 30 minutes, and he only managed 6 laps. Right then, Sam, that was fun. That was eventful, and yet another round of the IMSA Sportscar Series has passed us by.
Yeah, still maybe not my favorite track to drive, but it was really fun to watch.
Yes, COTA always provides good racing, and we've seen that here. And that's just about all we've got time for here from the IMSA Sportscar Series. But join us again later on Apex Racing TV, 8 o'clock for the BSR MX5s, and then At 8:30, it's the Club 73 Touring Car Championship presented by World League Sim Racing. Join us tomorrow night. We have iRacing Porsche Cup action, the ASRC Sportscar Series, and of course the Rikmatech Sportscar Series as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of days for us. So I'm going to go and get a little bit of rest, and we'll be back later on with more live action here on Apex Racing TV. Thank you for watching.